we both know why you are here and why I'm here is because you have this scarcity of not knowing what to do and feel like you always need to do everything to perfection, and you're scared to do something so that it flops because it's not good enough, because you don't know enough, because you're not experienced enough, and you don't really want to disappoint other people. That's why you're not really doing anything. So you're trying to learn and understand more and more, but you still feel like it's never enough. And then you see somebody on the internet who's 10 years younger than you doing all the things that you wanted to do, and you feel like they are the expert in the field. You feel like they know more than you. You feel like you need to know what they know from who they know. And that repeats with every single person. Everything that's going around you, you feel like somebody is smarter than you, better than you, more experienced than you. And I know this because I also feel the same. And this is a crazy loop that we're not going to be able to break out of if we're just not gonna do it. I know how scary it is. I know how unpredictable this path is. But let me tell you one thing. Do you even understand what goals you have for yourself? Do you even acknowledge what's the value of goals you're setting for yourself? What are the expectations you are setting for yourself? Do you see what level other people's goals are? Get a job, get married. I'm not saying those are bad goals, but just compare that level to what you want to achieve. You want to have billions and billions of empire. You want to have unlimited wealth. You see, just take a look at your goal. How big is it? Just answer the question, how big is your goal? How high are we really aiming? Do you even understand what is the mountain that you're trying to climb there? Now, just think, what would be the adequate problem for that goal? Do you see where I'm going with this? The thing is that the higher goal you set for yourself, the higher, the bigger, the more difficult problem will be for you. And that's not bad. Problems are great. You just need to flip your mindset a bit here. See, people dumber than you, people younger than you, people more inexperienced than you, make more money than you. They do more things than you do. They achieve more than you do. Why? Because they don't overthink. Because they just do it. Like Nike said it, they just do it. I have the same problem. Don't think that I'm an exception or that you're an exception out of this and you're the only one that feels like that. Every one of us feels like that. Every one of us is doubting our step. Everybody is doubting their step. Doesn't matter if we have master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, if we worked in the industry for 10 years, for 30 years, for 1 month, we all have same problems. Is that we're trying to convince ourselves, only we need to convince ourselves on if we can actually do something, if we can proceed, if we can allow ourselves to move on to the next level. You are blocking yourself. So my aim with this video is to help you see that you are the one on your own way, and I really want you to feel like you can do the things that you want to do. You don't need to strive for perfection, because it's never going to be perfect. I know it's cliche and everybody's heard of that 1,000 times, but that's the truth. No one, nothing ever is going to be perfect. Even our world, it's supposed to be a perfect circle, right? Is it perfect circle? Shady, if you ask me. So back to my main idea that if you look at your goal, if you look at what you want to achieve, do you understand that your problems should be similar size? Because to get to the goal, you need to step over gap. And the higher your mountain is, the bigger the gap will be. You see, your problems are not end of the world. It only seems like that. But having problems is the best thing you could ever imagine, because that is the way how you can grow to the next level. When people don't have problems, life gets so boring. You just don't know what to do. You feel exhausted from nothing because you don't have problems. You don't have problems, and it's not great. It's great to have problems because that is how you grow. That is how you develop. So if you just flip the mindset and look at it from the other side, it shows you completely different perspective. At least try to look at everything in life, or that's at least what I do, so you can do as you want to, but I'm just telling you what really helps me. Try to look at every situation as a coin toss. So from one side it could be number, from other side it could be ego or something else, and everything in life you could look at from different sides, and from every side you can find something that is good or bad, and you can be the one that chooses. You see the good or the bad. It's up to you. So your problems, as I mentioned, are great, and they are your next step to your next achievement, to your next mountain. So you should actually, from my perspective, you should be happy that you're able to solve the problem. Because as I mentioned before, if you wouldn't have that problem, you would not have been able to grow there. It would just be a stagnating move for you, stagnating era for you. And I know how difficult it is. I know like what you're feeling right now, that you see only that obstacle, that problem, that is not going right. And it is normal to feel like that. But as I mentioned before, it's all about the perspective. So here I have a great analogy that most probably you also heard somewhere, but I just love this analogy. Imagine you're skiing or snowboarding or skateboarding, driving a bicycle, whatever that is. You're just doing something on your own, right? Some kind of motorcycle, car, doesn't matter. You're driving, right? You're driving, everything is great. And then there's more difficult path. So you see more trees around yourself. You see little bumps on a road. For example, you're skiing, right? There are some people there. What do you do? What do you do? You start noticing people. You start panicking. You're like, oh my gosh, I cannot bump into that tree because I'm gonna basically die. If you're going high speed, you're focusing on only obstacles. And when you start to focus on obstacles, that's the only thing you see. You see only next and next obstacle. You don't see the road anymore. You see the tree, you see bump on the road, you see a kid walking beside you. You don't see the road anymore. So when that happens, try to disassociate from the situation and look at the path. Look at what the path is going, and you're gonna start slowly opening your eyes to the actual path that you can go. Obstacles always will be there, and they're never gonna leave, but you don't need to look at the obstacles. You can look at the path, and obstacles will be just passing by, because you're looking at the path. If you follow the path, you're not gonna bump into any obstacle, because path is already carved. There's no need for you to dig the hole or something like that. It's up to you to focus either on obstacles or on the path. I feel like I'm in, spirituality juices right now flowing or something like that. And you see, what you really need to do is you need to program your own brain that you can do things. Because only once you program yourself that you can do things, then the world is going to start giving you things. It happens very naturally. Just imagine, also another great analogy. A kid with a mother is going after ice cream. Mother buys kid an ice cream. Kid gets the ice cream. He eats it, and then it drops because he was not careful with the ice cream. So the next time, do you think mother is going to buy him an ice cream again? No, because he didn't know how to act with it. He did not prove himself that he can deal with that task of keeping ice cream safe, of not dropping it, of being responsible of the ice cream. So mother is not really going to buy him an ice cream next time unless he proves himself that he changed, he improved, or he acknowledges the mistake. So same happens with the world and with you. If you keep promising yourself something and not doing that, you're just showing not only to yourself, but also to the world that you're not up to your promises. You cannot keep your promise. So what it's going to do, it's not going to give you more chances. It's not going to give you more powers. So unless you start showing up for yourself, nothing else is going to change. Nothing is going to move on. So if you want to really see blessings from the world, from the sky, from whatever you believe in, because I do believe in higher powers. It's up to you to believe or not believe. But if you want to really see blessings in your life, you need to prove that you are worthy of those blessings. Because if you're just gonna misuse your time, or not manage it properly, or not use all the things, all the crazy possibilities that life has given you, opportunities, why would you be given those opportunities again? Why? If you don't use them, why would they give more to you? No, they would rather give it to somebody that actually uses those opportunities. They would give it to somebody that actually can manage their ice creams and not drop them. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I mean here? I wanted to wrap everything up together. I hope this video gave you maybe a fresh perspective or gave you a new insight on how to look at things in life. And I just want to move back to the first thing we talked about today, and that is the goal. You want to go this unordinary path. You want to do extreme things. You want to achieve great results, which are not what average person does, right? So you need to expect that also not average paths you'll have, not average obstacles you're gonna have, and that's great. Embrace it, love it, be in love with the problems, and life is gonna be so much better for you. So just for you to understand, it's not that it's impossible or too difficult, too hard to reach your goals or to get what you're looking for. It's just that it's an incredibly audacious goal that you have. Be proud of that. Not everyone can dream so big. That's blessing. That's literally blessing that you can allow yourself to dream so big. So if you allow yourself to dream big, don't allow others to put you down or feel like you're not going to do it because of some obstacles, or don't let you put yourself down, because by the end of the day, you are your biggest problem. You are the one holding yourself back. You're not letting yourself act. You are your own problem. So deal with it. I hope I don't sound too aggressive here. It's the same as you cannot expect to finish high school in 2 years, right? It's a crazy goal and not enough timeline-wise. The bigger the goal, the bigger the obstacle, and the crazier the journey. Because to get that diploma, it's going to take you 11, 12 years to finish that high school. If you want some more actionable steps, not only, talking philosophy and all that stuff, perspectives, then start with doing the thing that you are most scared of. You have a thing, just think of it. What are you most scared to do right now? Either that's to do outreaches, that's to say to your friends that you're doing something. You are scared of something. So put that as your number one goal, task to do today. Not tomorrow, not a week after. No, today. Do it today. And just see how everything changes. Once you go over that crazy obstacle, that's something that's holding you back, the thing you're scared to do, once you do that, world will see, and it's gonna start you giving lemons. Literally, just try. Let me know in the comments if you watched this far, what is that crazy thing that you're so scared to do? What is your scariest thing that you're really scared to do right now? And let me know, how are you planning to do, when, and if you do it, write an update on how did it go? How did you feel after doing that? And if you see any follow-up magical, interesting things happening with you, because I hope you will. I know you will. I feel like I'm the god. It was Elisa. Thank you. Bye.